Hello and welcome back to Michael's Cat's Tale, also known as Severance. We're up to Season 2, Episode 2, which interestingly, the name of this episode has a lot to do with the name of the first episode. And it's interesting because there is a very good relationship. So the first episode was named Hello, Ms. Coble, and that was talking about the innie.
Wasn't it Goodbye? It was Goodbye, wasn't it?
It was Hello, Ms. Coble.
Oh, okay.
And this one using the outie with her outie name, Goodbye, Mrs. Selvig. And because this episode is all about what happened with the outies that we didn't find out in episode 1. And I just want to... Oh, well, we'll get there. I was going to jump ahead and talk about something that
was my guess, that's what it would be.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
I think that was his point.
Season 1.
No. That wasn't my point. My point will come up later. But yeah, you totally predicted it, Nelly. And so what did you...
I did too, thank you very much. How dare you?
I'm pretty sure it was Nelly, and you were just like, that's
but when
true,
he says Nelly, he means you as well.
That's true. That's true, he does. That's true.
I'll just start
start
going through the wiki recap like I have been every episode. Thank you to the Severance wiki once again, because it has saved me so much time. Just interrupt me if you want to add any input. So we see Mark's outie wake up just after the end of season 1, after he's just told Devon that Gemma is alive.
But
Devon
don't think it is.
There's definitely a lot of...
She's alive.
Yeah. Devon hands Eleanor... Sorry, go
on. By the way. Shan picked, by the way. Remember we talked about that?
That's right. She did say that this is...
They would think it was baby.
Yeah, Devon hands Eleanor to Rickon and hugs him as she checks that it's him now, not his innie. He tells her he's okay, but she quizzes him to make sure it's really him. He looks down to find that he's holding a wedding picture of him and Gemma. We cut across to Helena, looking at herself in a mirror in the bathroom, and Mr. Drummond and James come into the room, and James looks at her close. This is her dad or a grandfather. I think it's a grandfather.
Dad.
A dad. We'll go with dad. Yeah.
Dad.
He looks at her closely and
she calls him father. So
that's a good point. He looks at her closely and calls
you're really
her
good at this, Katie.
A fetid moppet.
Sorry for listening.
Sorry, a fetid muppet. Is that what he said?
Moppet.
Moppet.
Yeah, and I actually thought to myself, you created this tech, mate. You should know that this is not whoever was just talking out there. So you're like upset at someone who has no control.
No, but moppet, what does that mean?
Basically saying she's an idiot. He's criticizing her.
Oh, I got
it makes it. Yeah. It makes it seem like he thought it was still her innie.
Yeah, it's like, surely you understand how innies and outies work.
So moppet means a small, endearingly sweet child.
Yeah, I'm guessing prefixing that with fetid makes it not so much. Yeah.
Yes. A fetid child. Okay, cool. No, sorry, I get it now.
Yeah, then he
also,
leaves.
it shows his disdain for what he's like for innies.
Yeah.
He does not. Lumen is not family. The workers are not family.
Yep.
He leaves.
Yeah.
Molly says she'll have someone from the floor liaise with the outies. Mr. Drummond says they need to figure out who the innies talk to. We switch back to Dylan, who's holding an ice pack to his head. Mr. Milchick watches him from above. Helena sends Mr. Milchick to find out who the innies talked to and what they said. He asks if he should fire them, and she says to let Keir guide his hand.
Interesting they gave him the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that is a choice, or if that is that's a direction disguised as a choice.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting how they all go.
We see Helena walk into a conference room where Ms. Coble is waiting. Helena explains that they've already seized the videos taken by the guests, and Natalie is doing outreach to the media. And the 7 employees are being dealt with. She thanks Ms. Coble for acting quickly, which saved them from disaster. Ms. Coble asks if Mr. Egan will be joining them, and Helena says it's just her. She owes Ms. Coble a debt of gratitude. Ms. Coble says it cost her dearly, but she proved her loyalty tonight. She'd So they'd like to ask her back.
And she wants an apology.
Yeah, Ms. Coble wants an apology, and Helena gives her one on behalf of herself, her father, and the board. Ms.
It
Coble,
felt very sincere,
yeah,
but it also felt a bit like after she'd said that thing repetitively 1,000 times.
yes. And I was actually thinking during
That
this
she
scene,
knows how to say something like that without meaning it.
she knows Helly, who I think she has no respect at all for innies, and I think some of that is reflected on with her treatment of Helena. Because I don't think she's like showing a lot of respect to Helena, who is basically part of the family for this giant company that she worships.
Yeah.
I don't really take it to be innies. I don't think. Do you think Miss Cobell has no respect for innies? I didn't really take it that way.
I think she
I
doesn't
don't
like
think
any of them.
she's kind to them or anything like that.
She's got that thing about Mark.
Yeah. Gosh, I
Yeah,
hope we
which
find
is
out about
driving
that.
me insane about what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Miss Coble accepts the apology and says they have a lot of damage to control. She wants them to scour the feed, and she wants to interview Dylan G to see how he got access. Helena cuts her off, saying they have something else in mind. They want to offer a promotion to the Severance Advisory Council, but Ms. Coble has never heard of it. Probably because it never existed until this moment.
Yeah, and she's not having any of it.
Helena says it's new and she'll be helping to form it. Her expertise is valued. Ms. Coble says that's why she should be running the severed floor. Helena says Mr. Milchick has been promoted to floor manager. Ms. Coble says
She loved that.
you don't value me. You fear me. We see Mr. Milchick getting on his motorcycle, unexpected, and leaving.
Yep. But also makes sense.
Does it?
It makes complete sense. Yeah, as soon as he got on it, I was like, yeah, the mustache makes sense. I don't know why those two went together for me, but that is what happened in my brain.
Well, obviously, moustache and, I've got a moustache.
I don't know,
so
just...
Let me just go get my motorcycle.
Is that what you're talking about,
You don't have the 70s porn star moustache.
Oh, he does.
Ben, so...
Yeah, but that doesn't include you just by
association.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you ride a motorbike.
He doesn't ride a motorbike either. Anyway, yeah.
But he could, is what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
I'm sure he did at home.
Helena says they fear no one. If they didn't hold her in high esteem, they wouldn't be making this offer. Ms. Coble agrees to think about it. Helena thanks her for coming and says Mr. Drummond will see her out. Ms. Coble doesn't think she needs an escort.
She's going to think about it?
I don't know.
I think we see the answer.
I'm not actually sure. I'm not 100% sure what the situation is right at the end.
It is interesting though. Why do they offer it to her? Is it because they want to shut her up, or why offer it to her?
I feel it's them keeping control of her, maybe.
Yeah.
And her actions.
I also think, despite her being fired, she showed them loyalty.
Yeah.
And I do think that goes a long way with their weird cult. Like I don't see anything too sinister behind it. Not to say that there isn't something sinister behind it, but I don't feel like that was the prime motive. I feel like she went there and warned everybody, and they were
grateful. They want to keep her on the leash, but she can't have the job she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see Helena sit in front of a computer screen and she begins recording a message about what happened at the event. So she's doing a little spin on it. She claims to have been under the influence of alcohol and a non-lumen. Of course, it wouldn't be a lumen medication. No way. Which made her say what she did. Of course, those non-lumen medicines, you have to watch out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really dangerous.
Doesn't show very good judgment.
It's like, why were you taking non-lumen medications? Aren't you a lumen advocate?
Do you not trust the company?
Yeah. Is there something we should know?
Yeah, exactly. We see Mr. Milchick arrive at Irving's home and he asks how his night's been. He says it's been fine and he's just been at home, which we know is not true because he would have woken up outside Bert's house.
Yep.
Which solidifies kind of that he is investigating it in some way. With all the paperwork and stuff he had. Because why would he lie?
Good question.
Why wouldn't he say, I woke up somewhere weird? Like, yeah.
he was very good at the lying.
Yes, he was.
So Mr. Milchick asks if he's been well, and Irving asks what he ate at Lumen. Mr. Milchick says they just need to know if anything of note occurred. Irving wants to know what's going on. We see Helena say she thought she was being funny, but she's been reminded of how seriously Lumen affects people around the world. Back with Mr. Milchick, he's saying he's friends with Irving's innie, and he's a man of principle, which makes this difficult. Irving realizes he's being fired.
All of Mr. Milchick's interactions are horribly manipulative.
Yes.
Like he's just feeding out this little tidbit of information, which may or may not be true, trying to,
He's got all the power.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back with Helena, she says when the company falters, their employees suffer first, so she has to atone for causing that fear and insecurity. And then we see Mr. Milchick telling Dylan he was involved in a physical altercation, and we know that Dylan knows that something happened because he had the ice pack on his head.
Ice pack, yeah.
With another employee, and he was the aggressor. So his employment, which is actually technically not true because Mr. Milchick was the aggressor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
yes,
Dylan.
he was. I mean, to be fair, Dylan did bite Mr. Milchick.
Yeah, I was going to say which bit.
Yeah, but he didn't get fired for that part. So
Yeah, I know.
But maybe this was payback by Mr. Milchick. It was like, oh, finally, I've got a good reason to get rid of you.
We didn't say which incident.
So he tells Dylan his employment with Lumen is being terminated, and Dylan is not happy. We see Helena again saying her words have fueled the distrust for Lumen that has existed since its founding. Back with Irving, he's asking what happened. If he broke something, he offers to pay for it. Dylan is asking what he's supposed to tell his wife. Helena says it was a joke and a lie.
Which is interesting.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Because we had wondered whether or not he might be separated or...
But we
Well,
hear
I
her
guess they
later.
still-
We
They
already
still
know
could
from
be
last
separated,
episode
but-
that he's married because he found out his wife's name. I mean, assuming that was
And
true.
they clearly show his
Allegedly,
wedding ring as well when he's driving the car and stuff.
I still
That's true.
wondered if they might have been separated.
Separated,
even
yeah.
though... Yeah. Just whether the kids were in different places or something. Yep.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep, Helena says it was a joke and a lie when she said her innie was being tortured. Mr. Milchick tells Dylan he's sorry. Helena affirms her commitment to Lumen. Irving closes the door on Mr. Milchick. Helena says she's human, just like her innie, and just like them. And that ends that
Interesting that she
sequence of
called her
love.
any human
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we
Yeah.
know that's not how she feels.
We switch over to Rickon now, leading Rebek out, the bird-pecking Rebek, saying that was more drama
Which,
than I planned.
as you all know, fun fact,
Your name?
Eleanor's middle name is Rebecca.
And do you remember the comment from the reading where Rebecca says, that was illuminating, I might have to change my name again.
Yeah. So her name isn't even Rebecca.
I don't know what it was originally, but it sounds
Yeah.
like she's changed her name before as well.
Yeah. Easily influenced.
Yeah. Rickon is
Right,
saying...
yeah.
Rickon is saying that was more drama than I planned, but I'll let you know if I do another reading. She tells Rickon not to punish the baby because it wasn't her fault. And I was like, what?
Why would he do
That
that?
was out of line. Or maybe because of how it ended and the baby went missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was just accusing the baby for no reason.
That's what I thought as well. Devon tells Mark she's not the only one who heard him say it, and so she didn't make it up. Mark starts to reply, but is interrupted by Rickon coming in, talking about rescheduling the reading. Mark and Devon ignore him and talk about Mark saying she's alive. Rickon thinks he was referencing Eleanor. Mark agrees that he was referencing the baby. They all agree. Devon hands Eleanor to Rickon and they talk through Mark's actions. I just want to stop right there because there's something that I wanted to bring up. This whole part, Rickon is more concerned about his reading than anything else.
But he's only vocal like during that point. He doesn't say anything else past there, nor in the conversation that's coming where they sit at the
Yes.
table.
Yeah, I just found I was very irked by Rickon just being so self-centered.
Selfish. Yeah.
You should read his book then.
Well, we'll get to that, Katie, okay?
I haven't finished it.
Oh, okay. Maybe next week then. They think he just had the picture because he picked it up and just happened to be holding it when Patton found Eleanor. Oh yeah, so there's still this idea that other guy found Eleanor when it was actually
Eleanor.
Mark's innie that found
But
her.
he one of them does mention that Mark found her in it.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
Devon said
they
it.
do mention it. She's well aware that Patton did not find her.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but okay.
Because that's why they think he's yelling she's alive.
Oh, I
It's
see.
very Frankenstein.
Even though she'd already been found at that stage. Where was I? We're just having. Okay. They think, and Eleanor was in the study because Mrs. Selvig left her in there. Devon seems to doubt that Mark's words were about their baby, which she denies. They argue about it until Rickon says to deal with what they know to be true. Mark's innie went to great lengths to alert them to abusers and was inspired by Rickon's book. Oh, he loves this.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
I told you
really
there
He's
is
like,
some
your innie is a
backstory-
great man, he's saying.
There is some backstory to that in the book.
Oh yeah.
So he mentions a massive fight that not him and Mark have, or Flip as he's known in the book.
Oh, okay.
Talk about the
says
book. What are
really-
you reading?
Hateful. I'm stupidly reading the UUR. The 8 chapters that are available, 70 pages. I've got 20 more to go.
Too much of a good thing would be too much. So you just
Yeah.
have to,
Well, I just started
figure it
feeling really sick when I was stuck at the hospital reading it, and I was like, I can't read anymore. And then I forgot about it until tonight. But Mark told him pretty much that he's an idiot, and him and Gemma used to just laugh at him all the time, and at him, not with him. And so they have a very fractured relationship. So
okay.
So he would have been very, very happy to know that his innie side of him loved that book.
Wow, what a contrast. One of them thinks he's ridiculous, the other thinks he's God.
Yeah. Yeah.
and even more weight to the conversation we saw last week, where he was being, honestly saying how he found the book
It's
insightful.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah. And Rickon at first was like, I know you're just taking the piss, kind of.
Yeah.
The doorbell rings and Rickon hands Eleanor to Devon to go answer it. Mark and Devon start to argue more, but then Mark hears Mr. Milchick at the door. Mr. Milchick comes in and says he imagines Mark has some questions. He asks to come sit with Mark. Devon covers the wedding picture with a towel.
Yeah. She is
Interesting,
really
that
not
bit.
trusting. Yeah.
She's going to be the hero.
I reckon.
Yes, she is.
Mr. Milchick sits down with Mark, Devon and Rickon. He explains that what happened is the overtime contingency, which we know about. It's a safeguard they employ to access his work personage off company grounds. Mark says they never told him about this. Mr. Milchick says it's in his start paperwork. The technology was commandeered by one of his office mates, which allowed him to wake the rest of them for 39 minutes. Innie Mark was in this house. Devon knows because she talked to him. Mr. Milchick asks what he said to her, and she asks if Mark will be punished for it. Mr. Milchick says they have no punishments at Lumen. Right. They're more concerned with how Mark is doing. He must feel violated by what happened. It's an interesting spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devon interrupts to ask how common it is for their managers to commit lactation fraud against
Yeah.
their employees' families.
This is when I started to doubt what Mr. Milchick had told the innies. Because he said that that Mark begged to come back, kind of thing.
He did, yeah.
And I'm like, this is not feeling like... And then I'm like, well, does that mean that the newspaper thing was staged as well, that didn't happen at all, which we find out the truth about later as well.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff about episode 1 of season 2, that is sort of like, well, that's not true.
Yes, a lot.
I never really, when in the episode 1, when Mr. Milchick, or Mr. Milkshake, if you will, said that Mark begged to come back, I didn't believe it because we knew Mark was questioning whether he wanted to work there anymore. So that part was kind of like, he's definitely lying about that. What else is he going to be lying about?
So Mr. Milchick realizes she's talking about Ms. Coble. Mr. Milchick says they've learned that Ms. Coble is unwell. Mark says she lives next door to him and he knows her. Mr. Milchick says her behaviour is the source of his distress, so she'll never come to the 7th floor again or bother him on the outside. But they need to know what they're dealing with. Mr. Milchick asks if there's anything Mark can tell him. Mark says no, because, I mean, he basically didn't see her.
Yeah.
Interesting how much he promises that he'll never see her again. Like, on what basis?
Yeah.
Does he say that?
Also, he's lied because
Yes. Oh.
there is an interaction that happens. Like, no, that he will never see her again.
Yeah. So they're just tired and they've said all there is to say. Mr. Milchick says he'll circle back and he hopes to see Mark on Monday. Mark isn't sure about that. Mr. Milchick says what his innie did was completely unauthorized, but it was brave. He'd hate to reward that with non-existence. And I thought that was an interesting line as well. It's like, oh yeah, he's like using his innie against him now.
Yeah.
So why? Because at this point we still think Mr. Milchick is happy to fire the others, right?
Yes.
But
for some reason he doesn't want to fire Mark, but I think we find out more about that later on.
Yeah.
I mean, cryptically we find out more about it. It's not really a clear thing, but
I have to admit I was tired the night I watched this and I found it pretty slow, like probably the slowest of all the episodes so far, and I might have missed some stuff.
That's okay, we'll remind you, Michael. Back with Irving, we can see him petting his dog and looking at his paintings. He finds a map in his pocket with an X marked Burt Goodman. We see Mr. Milchick riding his motorcycle. We see Dylan sitting on his couch. We see Helena reviewing security footage of Mark.
And her.
Mark goes
again
home.
And again.
Yes, she's watching the kissing, hugging and kissing, if I remember correctly.
And she repeats it.
Yeah.
So we see Mark comes home and he...
Oh, sorry. Also, she gave an involuntary snort of laughter at one of Helly's jokes.
Yes, she did.
Do you imagine, Ben, if you could be severed and you could hear all your jokes for the first time?
That'd be awesome. I would love it. Because
I would like to tell Annie Ben the hot dog, the meat and fridge joke.
I would love to hear you telling me that.
And imagine if you could relive the friend walking into the pane of glass.
Oh,
wow. That's dimmed a bit.
No, I try and...
We're not going to put that on YouTube.
You're making it very difficult now.
Don't talk about that, Nelly.
Hopefully that never gets back to us. But okay. So Mark gets home. He goes over to Mrs. Selvig's house and knocks on the door, but there's no answer. Back with Helena, we can see her watching Mark and Helly's conversation about what they might see on the outside, including spouses. And there's the joke. That's the joke about, something about library books or something, was it? I can't actually remember the joke. But there was
how she was saying, like, and we're fighting over a coupon or something out of the table or something along those lines, like something really, really mundane.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the point.
Then she watches them kiss. She turns off the video, then backs it up to play it again. We see Mark looking out his window in his pajamas. He gets a text from Devon offering to buy him diner food. We see Dylan driving to a company called Great Doors. He gives himself a pep talk before going inside. This is the next day now.
As soon as I saw the Great Doors, I'm like, so many pun opportunities coming up.
It's a very interesting company name, I got to say. And actually, there were a lot of door puns in this section.
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how Michael slept through it. Dylan asks about benefits to Mr. Saliba, that's his name. Mr. Saliba says there's a coffee maker, but Dylan meant healthcare. Mr. Saliba says yes, for him and his family. Dylan thinks this will be a great fit for him, working with doors. Mr. Saliba asks how old he was when he knew he loved doors. And I felt like, this is a test. And I thought, he's totally going to fail this. And Dylan says 5. When asked what kind of door he'd be, he says pocket. And I'm like, okay, is that a door type? All right, cool. But apparently he's right, so he can just be out of the way.
Like our door to the hallway, Ben. One that slides back into
the
that's a pocket door, is it? Okay, cool, cool. Thank you.
So, did anyone else notice the parallel between the two
Yes.
guys? How similar?
Yes. I thought
Yes,
they
well, they
related.
were
When they
identical.
pulled back to them, yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone
The whole time I was
notice?
like, they're the same person.
you
Yeah,
notice
it was all I could see.
Did you notice it,
I
Michael?
mean, what?
Oh my god.
I'm sure Sean noticed it.
I think you were dreaming.
Yes, I did notice that, and I thought that's a bit weird. Are they related? Dylan continues to impress, and Mr. Saliba asks if he likes kickball because they play every week. He looks at Dylan's resume, which shows a lot of short-term employment before Lumen. Dylan admits he was a Severed employee, but when he hears that, Mr. Saliba basically completely changes tack, and Dylan's not getting this job anymore.
Yeah.
He's basically telling
there
him,
are
thanks.
a lot of non-Severed Lumen. I know we heard at the start, it's a big company and everything, but we didn't really hear a lot about everything else that they do. But
Yep.
I mean, he was clearly happy to interview him. He wasn't phased at all by the
Despite
fact that he's
working
from Lumen.
for Lumen,
It was just
yeah.
it was the Severed bit, yeah.
Was abhorrent the word he used?
Yes, he says he
Yeah.
finds Severance abhorrent.
Yeah.
He gets pretty worked up about it as well.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because Dylan hasn't created it. Dylan isn't severing people. He has just been severed.
Severed.
But it's like it was
But
his
also,
choice.
he
but-
didn't like Lumen to start with because Lumen makes all their own doors in-house.
Yes.
Yes.
That was
He
very.
was very anti-Lumen, that is correct.
Yeah. We see Dylan sitting outside in his car. His phone rings and he ignores it. When it rings again, he answers it and says he would have picked up the phone the first time if it was good news.
Yeah, read the room.
Gretchen, his wife,
I'm like-
says she's sorry, but is sure he'll get the next one.
I find it interesting that we're not shown what she looks like.
Agreed.
Okay.
My take on that is, is this
You feel
someone
like
we
you've seen
have
this
seen?
story before.
We know who
Yeah.
it is, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's only so many candidates.
Yeah, he asks, do we need more baby wipes? She doesn't think so, but he says he'll get some anyway and he'll be home soon. So obviously they have a young baby. What haven't I announced then? We switch over to Devon and Mark are at a diner talking about Mr. Milchick and Ms. Coble. Mark went by Ms. Coble's place, but no one answered the door. Devon wants to know if there's a way to confirm what his innie meant. Devon knows they're not supposed to contact him, but one of Rickon's friends, who's named Denise, and it's spelt with an A here, which really annoys me, is a lawyer and he can petition. Mark says he's quitting. Devon asks if he's called them already. He says no. He was going to do it tonight. Mark doesn't understand because Devon has wanted him to quit since he started. He's finally doing what she wants. Devon still finds Mark's innie's behaviour curious. Mark reminds Devon that he saw Gemma's body, that he identified her. Devon just wants a little more confirmation so it doesn't haunt them. Gemma was her family too. It affected her. Mark asks if she had to tell Gemma's parents and her students that she was dead, and did her sheets smell like Gemma for weeks afterwards. Mark says if Rickon died and his body burned, Mark would be sad for Devon, but he wouldn't be affected. He finds it obscene. Devon just
Very
wants
harsh.
to be... Yeah,
Yeah.
Devon just wants to be sure, but Mark says he is sure, and he's not happy. He gets up and leaves. Nearby,
How do we
see...
think
Sorry.
that he identified the body, etc.? How did they get
Yeah.
around that?
Well, I thought there
my
was a
guess
comment
is
that it was burnt.
she
The
was-
body was burnt. Wasn't there a comment about that?
She hit the tree.
Ah.
She hit a tree, did she? Didn't she?
Well,
she hit
we
the
Current
dry eye.
yeah.
Actually, it's written in the book.
Okay. So for her to exist below in Lumen, they would had to have provided a charred body so that it was unrecognizable.
But he identified it as her. You can't. They wouldn't even ask you to identify it if it was unrecognizable.
That's true. Yeah, that's interesting.
Then how
yeah.
did they get around that then?
These are big questions we've got. Yeah, like how... I mean, what is
What
going
did
on
they say
with
in the
Gemma?
book?
Keep talking and I will find that part.
Okay.
Because
So-
the book was... Didn't you say the book was set between the first and the second series? Is that what
No.
someone said?
No, it's set prior to the first.
No, not when it was
series.
set, when it was released. I'm just trying to understand, like,
Oh,
chance of spoilers kind of for ourselves.
no, there's no chance. It was released in season 1. There's no spoilers.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
So does anyone else think that the guy listening in, so the
Mr.
security
Yep.
Yeah, the one that was with Helena. Helena? How do you say her
Helena?
name?
Sure, whichever.
Does he remind you of the goat guy from downstairs?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy who was
Oh, a
with the
little
goat.
bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
guy in the
sorry,
goat
that
room.
guy, the one who was feeding the goats. Sorry, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about some
Do you
children's
think
thing.
Nellie meant the goat guy in her apartment building? Just down, he lives downstairs, the goat guy?
He does
That
a
guy.
bit, actually. Yeah.
He lives on Drury
Yeah,
Lane.
he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not relative of.
Back home, Mark looks out his
or
window.
That's his severed persona downstairs, maybe. But I wouldn't think he would have a severed persona being what he's privy to.
That's a good question. Okay, all right. Anyway, so Mark looks out his window towards Ms. Coble / Mrs. Selvig's place. We see Irving walk to a phone booth and make a call. He tells someone his innie got the message.
Dun, dun, dun.
Someone pulls
Who's
up in a
watching?
car and watches Irving. Irving turns toward them and then walks away. We see that it's Bert sitting in his car watching.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
Very
but I did catch that.
confused.
It looked a bit sinister.
Yeah.
And his eyes were kind of watery, but that might be just older person or hay fever stuff, not upset.
We'll find out, I guess. So it looks like, what's his face? What's his name again?
Do we reckon Bert was ever severed?
No, I reckon Bert was severed.
Yeah?
I do too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Mark is replacing. This light bulb. He goes to replace the light bulb when his doorbell rings. So I guess that light bulb's never getting changed.
Yeah.
it's
Maybe
Mrs.
that's the Waller's eye.
Yeah. It's Mr. Milchick with the gift basket from Lumen, and if I remember correctly, it was
Pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple. They got off on the wrong foot, and he'd like to talk to Mark. He knows Mark is still deciding whether or not to return to Lumen. He'd like to ask some questions that might help him decide. He asks how happy Mark is with his salary. He asks because a 20% increase is on the table if he returns. Yeah. He also asks if an investigation into his innie's claims and regular wellness checks from independent organisations would help. Mark asks...
This is the whole time I'm going, liar, liar, pants on fire, they didn't make it into the news. And that would explain why Helly's face looked a bit weird on the newspaper when I froze it. It was all just like superimposed.
Okay. Mark asks if that's what they're doing. Mr. Milchick says it's the first step of many. The third question is about Gemma. In his interview, he listed her death as a primary motivator for severing. He asks if Mark remembers what he said. When Mark says no, Mr. Milchick reminds him that he said every day felt like a year after she died, and he felt like he was choking on her ghost. He asks if Mark still feels that way. He says the Mark he knows at Lumen is happy. He cares for people and he's funny. He knows nothing of Mark's pain, and he has found love. Mark asks with whom. Mr. Milchick says the solace he's given innie Mark will make its way back to him. It just takes time. He hopes Mark will give them that time.
Yet he speaketh with forketh tongue.
We see Mark putting on his badge and getting out of his car. Then we see Helena and Milchick watching him, and Mr. Milchick watching him from a
him getting
window.
out of the car is very reminiscent of the first episode. He doesn't just immediately get out of the car. He sits there thinking a bit, but he's not crying this time.
He's considering it, whether he wants to actually go back or not.
Back, yeah.
Helena asks Mr. Drummond and Natalie if they're satisfied with this. Natalie asks who they're bringing in to macrodata refinement. Mr. Milchick says he has a floater from overseas and 2 who were laid off from 5X, which we didn't know. Mr. Drummond is surprised.
They're a bit sceptical about the laid off pair.
We see Gwendolyn Y arrive.
Well, they said their branch closed, which could still be accurate because they still would have been fired. But even if their branch was closed, they still would have been let go.
Yeah, but their innies wouldn't have known. If their innies were just told that their branch is closing.
Yeah.
That's why, remember, Mark W. said, well, I thought I was retiring. Because he's old, but Gwendolyn probably more.
Yeah.
So we see Dario trading his things for his innies. We see Judd, security man who's not always there, scanning Mark W. in. Helena
He's very
says
present in this episode.
Yes,
Yes.
he's definitely there.
Helena says they don't need chemistry, they just need Mark back to work for long enough to complete Cold Harbor.
Yes.
Yeah, and
So
why
clearly
is he
he's the
so
linchpin.
important?
And why is the Cold
Yeah,
Harbor
why
file
does
so
he have to?
important?
Yeah.
Why did
Do
they
you think it made? Sorry, Michael, you go.
work so hard to get him in the first place to the point of obscuring his wife's death and et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, and because Cold Harbor is obviously what he's working on now because he's
Yes.
finished other files. And it made me think whether each of the files is specific to a person and them recognizing the scary numbers wouldn't happen if they were looking at another person's file.
That's a good question. And how do I mean? Then
Hadn't thought about that.
how is the file linked to a certain person? I mean, there's a really good question.
Yeah.
I'm just like there's this whole thing about the fact that specifically he needs to do specifically this file, and they make it
no one
sound
else
like
can do it.
the way they talk. It's like this is the last one or something like that. Like this is the one that we need him
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, that's going to make
The
a
one we've been
difference.
working towards or something. Yeah.
Judd clears Mark S, our Mark, to enter. Mark comes. We see Mark come and go over several days. And okay, I'm going to pause here and just say, I theorized that it hadn't been 5 months in the last episode, and I was right, baby.
Yeah, it hadn't.
Definitely right.
Pretty much everything Mr. Milchick said to the innies downstairs was a lie.
So
I
my
hadn't
I think
thought
everything
about
said
that.
was a lie.
Yeah.
so my theory about them pretending that there was a 5-year gap with the innies was to basically imply that there's been a lot of change happening. And to make them feel like
also-
what they did had an effect,
But it
so
was
that they
4
won't
days,
won't
wasn't
try
it?
it more.
It also, like, they rearranged a lot of stuff in that time.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yes.
the 4
Like, they
days.
read
but
the break
maybe you're
room.
right. Because it did seem like a lot for just overnight.
Yeah, it had definitely been not.
But your point is, it was a lot.
It could have been
Shorter
over a
than they
weekend
said.
Yeah,
because they were at a gala. That was probably a Thursday or Friday night. Like, it could have just been over a weekend, kind of. But they did make a lot of changes and
Well, you
create a
saw
whole video,
how-
like, based on them.
And you saw how they could put in a mechanical door overnight as well.
Yeah.
So if they had that kind of workforce, they could have
Well, they
gotten
do build their own
significantly more
doors.
done.
curse
They must
you,
do their own animation.
door company that I can't remember the name of. Great Doors, giant
Great
doors.
Door?
Great Doors. Yeah, that's it. We see Judd. Oh, I've already done that. We see Mark coming and going from work over several days. Mr. Milchick, Helena, and Mr. Drummond.
Except, so it's always clocking out at the same time, and clocking in at 9:15 or whatever it is. And then the last time he texts out is 9:30, like 15 minutes after he's gotten in.
Yeah, because that's when.
Because that's how long it took him to.
Yep. That's when they'd found his note, and he
When
was
he-
basically
Yeah.
taken out straight away.
Yeah, and then you clearly haven't
When he
seen what I've
spoke
done
to
to
the
the
board.
internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Milchick, Helena, and Mr. Drummond are listening to the recording of Mark's appeal to the board to get his team back. Helena stops the tape, and Mr. Milchick takes full responsibility for it happening. Mr. Drummond says the board is going to give Mark what he wants, including Heli R. Mark won't finish Cold Harbor without them. So this file is very important to them.
And Helena does not appear. I mean, happy is not quite the right word. She doesn't want to go back down there.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But
say she
kind of
wants to go
does.
back down either. But I didn't quite
I
get
wouldn't
a
say-
gauge on her. It was she didn't object, but
My opinion of Helena, so Audi Heli, changed throughout this episode. Like when we saw her when she
Watching the
was
kids.
herself at the gala and stuff and in the videos and stuff like that. And then at the beginning of this episode, and then she watches the video of her and Mark interacting, and I feel like it just kind of switches a little bit. Like, I don't think she has changed as a human or anything, but I feel like she could potentially
But we've seen
not
from
be a fan of it anymore.
her interview on that whole night that her Innie was at the gala, that interview that was playing, she's an extremely good actor for Lumen kind of thing. So I reckon what we're seeing, the straight-faced kind of very little emotional reaction, is like the real person of her, and the rest is just what she puts on as a front.
I like the sound of that. We see Mr. Milchick bring Irvin and Dylan gift bags from Lumen to invite them back. Mark
The
arrives
pineapples?
as the next day. Mark arrives as Mark W is leaving, and Mark W is very upset at being let go after only 3 days, and he curses Lumen. I found this very funny. Judd scans Mark as he enters. We see Dylan arrive and at work and change. Judd scans him and sends him in. We see Irving arrive next and does the same. Helly arrives last. Okay. Now, one other thing I said, and I think you agreed with me, Nelly, you had the same idea, is that I'm not 100% still that is Helly on the 7th floor. I think there's still a chance it's Helena. I think she's the fact that she watched that video of her and Mark, and she's potentially been watching all of the footage of their interactions, I suspect that she's kind of jealous of her Innie, and she wants whatever her Innie's got.
Oh,
wants the
so
freedom.
you reckon the Helena that's gone down now is not
Helena still.
Helly.
It's not Helly. That's my theory.
Interesting. Okay.
I like it, yeah.
And that would make more sense of why she lied. Because
Yeah.
I think
She
that
just
Helly wouldn't give a
didn't
shit.
know.
Or something.
Yeah.
After we watched the last episode and we talked about it, I was fully on board that Audi Helly is on the 7th floor. At the end of this episode, I wasn't 100% sure.
Same. I'm not 100% sure.
Do you think she disabled the
I
chip
was-
or something?
I don't know. Well, we know they can
they
now.
just don't activate it for her.
Well, I
I'm
don't
not sure
think
how
it's
that
a matter of
works.
activating it or not. Like, I think it
It's past the
feels like
threshold.
once it's in and she goes past that threshold, she doesn't have a choice.
But surely, if
So-
they have that out of thingy
Yeah, like a
where they can
different
clearly
override.
switch it
Yeah.
on and off, yeah. So they can clearly turn
Yeah.
her off.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But that's a good question.
Sorta.
Potentially.
And to some degree, it makes sense that they would do that kind of thing because it sort of twists what you expect. On the other side, I don't know. It just seems like a lot for her to be able to, having watched the footage or not, to just
Make
come
it.
across as yeah.
Well, because remember we
Yeah.
thought that either they must have gotten to Helly to make her lie to Mark, because why else would she really had no other reason to
To
lie.
protect herself. I mean, she did. She could be embarrassed that she's an Egan and doesn't want them to know that she is on
He's the
the evil
Right.
side.
Yeah.
That was the only other. Yeah,
Like,
okay.
there's so many options that I'm just not sure which. I can't pick which way it's going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting.
I'm
I'm actually kind of hopeful that I got it right, but also like maybe they have a twist. I don't know.
I would love that to be the outcome, but just that I think it was one of the last, like when she gets in the lift and the lift's going down, like you're about to describe.
Yep.
The look on her face just feels like, ugh, I can't believe I have to do this again. But that could also be, I can't believe I have to try and go down there and fake it. So
Yeah, and there was also the thing that
I'm really torn.
that we mentioned last week where Mr. Milchick was saying they've removed all the cameras and the microphones and everything, even though Michael
And
pointed
she's the
out they're still in the computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
But
Nelly
we
did.
were saying, oh, was it? Thank you, Nelly. But there was the whole thing of, well, they don't need them anymore if Helena is there,
Because, yeah.
she'll see everything and find out everything.
And honestly,
And she
I don't
does
think they removed
mark
all
a
the
lot.
cameras. They've still
Oh,
got
no.
them.
They're
They
just
can
not
just say it.
visibly there.
But couldn't it be the twin sister we heard about in season 1?
What twin sister?
What?
Twin sister.
You've thrown me because I've
Michael,
just...
I'll have to punch you if there's a twin sister.
You've thrown me there, Michael, because I've just finished playing Split Fiction and there is a twin sister storyline in that. And I was like, wait, what?
Spoiler.
And he doesn't know that yet.
You'll be fine. Okay, all right. So we'll finish this off. We see Mark arriving at home and he sees Ms. Coble leaving her home. He asks where she's going and who she is. She thought he was quitting and questions why he cares. He feels betrayed because he trusted her and confided in her. She was in his house. Ms. Coble asks if they convinced him to stay.
He ate his
Shitty cookies.
Yeah. She asks if they convince him to stay and if a pineapple was involved. When he doesn't answer, she says, he's easy to sway. She gets in a car and leaves, but he jumps in front of a car to stop her and asks her why she did this and what it's about. He asks if she knows something about Gemma. Miss Coble doesn't answer, but after 10 seconds just starts screaming and honks a horn and then drives away when he moves.
Yeah, it does her little hissy fit thing that she has done a few times.
Yeah, and I can't work it out because she was disappointed in Mark for not quitting and for going back. And then she kind of wanted to tell him.
And yet she's still working with them. Yeah.
Do we reckon she has said yes?
Oh, sorry, Nelly?
Going to work with them? I don't think she had said yes.
She's just
I don't know.
Had to move.
Yeah, I don't think we know enough about what she's doing
I
at
mean,
the moment.
I feel like she's not leaving
Mrs.
the show.
Golding.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure it's not forever.
We're only going to see Miss Cobell.
She's way too good a character to throw away. She's
also, can I say, Rickon creating Kolvig? Is that what he called her?
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The name for both of them.
Double name. I get you now, yes. No.
Portmanteau or whatever.
It was very well done.
Yes, that's it.
Made me really happy.
But that's the end of the second episode, guys. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk? Anything you noticed in the episode that you can remember? I got to everything that I wanted to mention.
So the lighting was interesting again. So because we're not anywhere near the 7th floor, this episode was considerably dark.
Yes.
And even on the upper levels of Lumen, when they're all walking through, it is quite dark in there too. And even when it's daylight and they're coming into the building, it's still just really dark.
I think that was part of why I was struggling, to be honest. Yes, I was tired to begin with, but I was like, oh man, this episode just feels like it's taking forever, like all of it being shot in the dark.
And it is constantly dark, yeah.
Yep. I can only imagine that shot for when we see Bert in his car, Michael. You're probably like, this is a black screen, because I mean you could barely see it.
No, I knew it was Bert.
I really love the juxtaposition that they have, that the Audis are supposed to be the ones that are illuminated with knowledge and the innies aren't, but the lighting is the juxtaposition of that. I just really like it.
Yep.
Very well done.
Because the more naive you are, the lighter the world is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Wiccan
quote right there.
And it was all Katie.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. And I think we're doing a Wednesday recording. Is that right?
Aren't they leaving? Aren't you leaving Wednesday night?
Thursday.
Michael? Oh, Thursday.
Are you going to be able to, Michael? It's okay if you can't. We'll just cry ourselves to sleep.
My mum's coming over Wednesday, so I don't think I can do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it before we go unless
fine.
we're going to do the video.
Yeah, don't watch it because Nellie's going to be busy. Sorry, you're Nellie.
I wouldn't have been able to have done a Sunday either, but Michael's not going to be here, so it's not my fault.
All right, then that's it for a week, guys. I'll try to tide you over with other stuff, I guess.
Isn't it more than a week?
Isn't it till after Christmas? It's more than a week.
Yeah. Okay, more than a week. Good. Thanks for ruining it, guys. Merry Christmas.
And then I go away.
All right. Until next time. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.